Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn and we keep you up to date with the headlines. Promoting Vietnam Fatherland Front's role in building great national unity. Đông Bắc Corporation continues making breakthroughs in production. Ample room for cooperation between Vietnam and New Zealand. On the morning of February the 21st, Chairman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee Đỗ Văn Chiến chaired the conference of Chairmen of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committees of Provinces and Centrally Run Cities in 2025. The conference thoroughly grasped and implemented the resolution of the 10th National Congress of the Vietnam Fatherland Front for the 2024-2029 tenure with 6 key action programs. The conference determined that it is necessary to continue to strengthen the core role and responsibility of the Vietnam Fatherland Front at all levels in building the great national unity, promoting democracy, the people's mastery, playing a bridge among the party, the state and the people. In particular, the new highlight in this term is to implement the program promoting the role of mastery, the spirit of self-management of the people, building a united, prosperous and happy residential area, thereby promoting the spirit of self-management and participation of the people, the role of the Front's working committee and branches, improving the quality of life and happiness index of the people, creating a solid foundation for building, consolidating and promoting the strength of great national unity. On the morning of February the 21st in Quảng Ninh Province, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department, had a working session with the Party Committee of Đông Bắc Corporation. The chairman requested the corporation continue making breakthroughs in production, always maintaining its position in economic development in specific fields. In 2024, the Party Committee's Standing Committee of Đông Bắc Corporation successfully completed assigned tasks, with many tasks excellently accomplished. Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết highly appreciated the corporation for completing its mandate while performing the production function. The unit has good internal solidarity. The lives of officers and staff are increasingly improved. The corporation has also made strides in management work while always maintaining the brand of a military unit in economic development. Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết directed that in the coming time, the corporation must carefully select qualified officers for the party Congress election. It is also asked to make further breakthroughs, boosting IT applications to increase productivity and business efficiency, as well as environmental protection engagement. He asked the corporation to closely combine production with combat readiness mission. On February the 21st, Lieutenant General Nguyễn Quang Ngọc, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, chaired a conference to review defense work in ministries, central and local branches in 2024 and set out tasks for 2025. In 2024, agencies, units and localities effectively and creatively led and directed the enhancement of effectiveness and efficiency of state management over national defense and security. Lieutenant General Nguyễn Quang Ngọc requested agencies, units and localities continue to closely coordinate with the Ministry of National Defense in drafting laws related to national defense and military. Localities continue investing in building defensive areas and improving the quality of defensive area exercises. At the same time, they are asked to pay attention to building and preparing all resources for national defense mobilization. On the afternoon of February the 21st, a delegation of the General Political Department led by its Vice Chairman, Lieutenant General Trương Thiên Tô, inspected the preparations for the new training season in 2025 and the lightning speed and determined to win emulation movement for the whole military at the Ho Chi Minh City Command. Recently, the Ho Chi Minh City Command has proactively coordinated with Ho Chi Minh City Television and the Army Broadcasting Center to broadcast live the launching ceremony for new training season in 2025. Lieutenant General Trương Thiên Tô asked the command to continue reviewing the program preparations to ensure its success. The program is expected to demonstrate the strength and tradition of the Military Region 7 and the Ho Chi Minh City Armed Forces and serve as a boost for the new training season. Lieutenant General Do Xuân Tục, Vice Chairman of the General Political Department, visited the Bodyguard Party Committee on the morning of February the 21st. The delegation conducted a survey focusing on the work of grasping and forecasting the situation to advise on the development and completion of law-related regulations on national border management, promoting the combined strength and the whole people border defense posture, the effectiveness of bodyguards participating in socio-economic development in border and island areas, especially the role of bodyguards in local party committees, the work of fighting against crimes, smuggling and trade fraud on the border, defense diplomacy, border diplomacy and international cooperation in border defense, people's diplomacy on the border, building a strong and comprehensive bodyguard force were also inspected. These are important and practical contents, ensuring that the documents of the 12th Military Party Congress will fully and objectively reflect the directions and tasks that meet the requirements in the new period. Lieutenant General Do Xuân Tục noted that in the coming time, the Bodyguard Party Committee will continue to lead and direct the entire force to uphold the achieved results, propose solutions to strengthen the construction of the border defense posture, manage and firmly protect the sovereignty. Coming up next, Vietnamese-Chinese localities seek ways to step up cooperation. Ample room for cooperation between Vietnam and New Zealand. On February the 20th, the Vietnam Global Innovation Connect 2025, or VGIC 2025 in short, opened at the Google Asia Pacific office in Singapore. The forum was jointly held by the Association of Vietnamese Scientists and Experts, or AVSE Global for short, and the Vietnam Community Liaison Committee in Singapore, or VNAS for short, with the theme Connect Convergence, Create Empowering the Future with Technologies. Vietnamese ambassador to Singapore Trần Phước Anh highly appreciated VGIC 2025, emphasizing that the event is significant in the context of bilateral relationship between Vietnam and Singapore, preparing to be raised to a new height in the near future. This event focuses on three strategic issues of semiconductors, AI, and financial technology. In addition to in-depth discussions, VGIC 2025 also plays a role as a bridge between corporations, talented human resources, and startups, opening a platform for individuals and organizations to receive direct advice from innovation experts. At the same time, VGIC 2025 will honor individuals who have made great contributions to the fields of innovation and technology in the world and Vietnam. On February the 21st, the 16th Joint Working Committee Conference between Vietnam's provinces of Quảng Ninh, Lạng Sơn, Cao Bằng, and Hà Giang and China's Quang Sichuan Autonomous Region was held in Hạ Long City, Quảng Ninh Province. The conference was co-chaired by the head of the Joint Working Committee of the 4 Vietnamese border provinces and the Quang Sichuan Autonomous Region of China. At the conference, the two sides agreed to continue building a borderline of peace, friendship, stability, cooperation and development. Key priorities include enhancing exchanges and coordination, deepening cooperation in multiple sections, particularly cross-border trade, tourism, education and healthcare. They vowed to upgrade bilateral border gates to international border gates and improve customs clearance capacity. They also agreed to strengthen security and safety management at border areas and checkpoints and boost cooperation in combating cybercrime, drug-related crimes and other cross-border crimes. In 2024, the cooperation between the 4 Vietnamese border provinces in the Guangxi-Chuang Autonomous Region of China has been effective. Especially, the export-import turnover through Quảng Province border gates exceeded $4.4 billion. Notable milestones include the launch of the Hoành Mô Vietnam Dong Trong China border gate pair and the Bắc Phong Sinh Vietnam Ly He China customs clearance route, alongside the resumption of the Beihai China Hạ Long Vietnam maritime tourism route. At the invitation of Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon will pay an official visit to Vietnam from February the 25th to the 28th. On this occasion, QPVN reporter had an interview with New Zealand's ambassador to Vietnam, Caroline Beresford, on the significance and importance of the visit, as well as the prospects of the Vietnam-New Zealand bilateral relationship.
So first of all, thank you very much for taking this interview with the QPVN channel. Could you explain the significance of New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon's visit to Vietnam, especially in the context that 2025 marks the 50th anniversary of the bilateral relations between the two countries? And what can we expect from this trip?
It's really impossible to overstate how important this trip is for New Zealand. Our Prime Minister has a very ambitious agenda for New Zealand in terms of its relationships with Southeast Asia. His government has moved quickly to reset our foreign policy, and as part of that we have identified Vietnam as one of our most important partners in the region and globally. So the Prime Minister's visit here with a large trade delegation is not only to mark our 50th anniversary, but to reinforce and expand our relationship with such an important partner. If you think of a relationship like a piece of fabric, the relationship architecture are like strands of fibre woven together, make the fabric stronger. And so in a sense, his visit to Vietnam is designed to strengthen those fibres and draw them tighter, so that in an uncertain environment that we live in today, the fabric of our relationship remains strong.
In addition to such traditional cooperation areas as agriculture and education, what new cooperation area can we expect from this visit of the New Zealand Prime Minister?
Well, to be honest, in the last 50 years, there's really not many areas of cooperation that New Zealand and Vietnam don't work together in. It's true that we have particular strengths in New Zealand in education and agriculture. But this visit we're hoping will open up business opportunities. 23 or 25 business leaders from New Zealand will be travelling with the Prime Minister. And during their visit here, they'll be signing cooperation agreements with their partners in Vietnam. So you can expect a whole range of new areas of collaboration. But what I should say also is that we continue to strengthen our traditional areas of cooperation. So by applying New Zealand research, science and technology to traditional areas like agriculture and education, we can add value to those sectors and we can support Vietnam's economic growth and our own.
So Vietnam and New Zealand are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the diplomatic relations and the 5th anniversary of the strategic partnership. How do you evaluate the development of the bilateral relations over the past 50 years?
Well, in 50 years, we've come a long way. We began our diplomatic relations with Vietnam delivering education scholarships under our development program. The relationship since then has developed many, many new strands. The fabric is stronger and wider than it was 50 years ago. A part of that is our bilateral relationship architecture. So we work together to cooperate across fields such as agriculture, sustainability, climate change, research, education. We offer a range of scholarships, but we also have these pieces to our relationship architecture so that we're constantly engaging with Vietnam across different areas. Last year we began even a new piece of architecture, the Oceans Dialogue with Vietnam, which we held here in Hanoi late last year. That enables us to open up new avenues for conversation about how we progress our shared interests in oceans and maritime issues. So the relationship architecture is very, very strong now. High-level engagement is regular. But in addition to that, our regional cooperation is very, very strong, and we're very much aligned in our approach to that. We support the international order, we support the rule of law, and we support free and open trade for the prosperity of both our peoples. And we work really strongly together in those areas.
Once again, thank you very much for your sharings today.
This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.